Greetings, foolish mortals. 'Tis I, Cat, aka Black Moon Rose 13. Sorry for the hair fiddling. So I watched the new Doctor Who, and I'm so happy about it. Like, I've been waiting for a female doctor for God knows how long, and I kind of was fighting to let us have a female doctor and give her a chance. And, like, I'm really happy. We all need this. Like, I've been watching Doctor Who for years, and I'm a Doctor Who fan. I have been for years, like I said. I watched the reboot. I used to watch reruns that were on PBS. And, like, my mother always said when she was up late at night pregnant with me, she would watch Doctor Who and Red Dwarf, and like the sound of the TARDIS would calm me down. And my mom hated the line where they say the baby doesn't like the TARDIS noise, because my mom would always yell, "Bullshit, you loved that sound when you were a kid, and when you were, in vitro," or whatever the term is, prenatal, and I don't know. And just like, so this is a great thing. I was super excited when they announced that that it was going to be a girl, nice lady, and her outfit is awesome, and just when you watch it, it's just like, it's great, and I was so excited. So I'm going to talk about it, and like, I don't know if it's a review, I'm just going to talk about it, try not to go play by play, in case if you want, spoiler alert, but I'm like, so you start at the beginning, you see the video of Ryan talk about a great woman that she met. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Enjoy the Stars. I thought it would look nice. Better than all this black. And like how he knows a great woman and has met this great, wonderful woman on YouTube. We all know it's YouTube, people. And I joked to myself mentally going, where's the PewDiePie and the Logan Paul? I don't see an advertisement for the freaking golden boys of YouTube. Air quotes on that, by the way. And just, it was a good start. And then, you learn about how Ryan Sinclair doesn't know how to ride a bike. He later find out why. And his grandma is trying to help him and support him. And like, I love Grandma Grace Sinclair. She's so wonderful. She's funny, she's catty, she's sassy, she cares, and it's just like, it's a nice representation of grandmas. My grandma wasn't 100% like that, but it's nice to see them in this light, and her, and like, you see Ryan's relationship with Graham, and you can tell that he's not 100% okay with the remarriage that his grandmother had with Graham. So you're like, okay, I can believe this. I've known I am one of those people who went through that phase, and most likely, sorry, and it was just so nice. And like, and when Ryan gets mad that he can't do it, he just throws the bike off in anger because he's frustrated. And everyone goes through that. And like, when he goes down to go get his bike, it's stuck in a tree, which is funny. And he sees the patterns in the air, and like, I first saw it, I'm thinking there are going to be so many Whovians with that tattoo, and then you see the patterns more, and it's like, yeah, Whovians are going to get that tattoo. Oh, ye of little, me of major ignorance, sweet summer child I am. And like, when you see the shiny pod, I thought it was one of those little, I thought it looked like a cross between a Hershey Kiss and one of those blue goo slime things from one of those RPGs that I've never played, but I know it somehow because everyone's seen it. And like, points to Ryan for calling the cops. Like, that's the smartest thing he could have done. Could have tweeted it on social media, he could have done something crazy, but he calls the cops, which is completely smart. Which introduces you to Yaz, who is like on probation, I don't know how the cop system works, and basically gets all the menial crappy tasks, and the task she had to do was talk to these two angry women, because one scratched the door, one threw a hammer on the thing, and parking is hell, and she's like, you two should be acting like grown-ups and take care of this properly. Like, she doesn't take nonsense, you know? And I feel that as a whole when you see adults just acting irresponsible. And I do love when, like, she's mad that she's being treated as like she gets all this crap because of her rank and her lack of experience. And, like, yes, we all know we have to go through the grunt work, but we all also go through that moment of, I can do more than this. I want to do more than this. And then she gets this job, meets up Ryan, who apparently they've been elementary, primary school students, and like they have that weird awkward conversation you get when you're forced to have a conversation with someone you formerly went to school with. And it's funny and relatable. It's all relatable in this episode. A great introduction. I love Grandma Sinclair, like I said. She's on the train with Graham to go home, and she's all flirty and everything, and she's like, I can't keep my hands off of him. And it's just like, it's so sweet and cute. Like, yay, a grandma who's still in love and still has some feist in her brain. Don't think about your grandma right now. And, like, they're acting like people. And, like, when the train gets invaded by the weird tentacly monster, Grandma Sinclair calls Ryan, which is a smart thing to do. And, like, before that, she's yelling at people going, hey, maybe we shouldn't go out of the train. You know, maybe the train might be live and, you know, well, not live, the train tracks. Yeah, because, you know, third rail, I'm assuming. Never really rode trains. And, like, and she calls Ryan, and I'm guessing in an assumption that she thought something bad was going to happen and she wanted to talk to him. And I'm like, yeah, this is reasonable. 100%. And then, like, the tentacle mass, and you think, I thought originally, like, it was some weird manifestation of her TARDIS because of the blow-up, to be perfectly honest, which I was like, that's a weird way to put it. And then you see the doctor, and she just fell down, and it's like, well, we're going to electrocute this big, mean, evil thing. I'd like to point out I thought it was a TARDIS before it tried to attack. Just stated. And, like, she's like, oh, hello, hi, oh, bad thing. Zap, zap, zap. She can't remember her name, she forgets words, and it just sounds like something I would be doing, which is something I do. I can't remember words sometimes, and I'm trying to, like, it's funny to me. And, like, when they find the dead body in the train, hashtag dead body, not hashtag dead body, that's horrible, cat, you're not Logan Paul. I was trying to say hashtag warning, but my brain, it farted. Like, yeah, hey, Yaz goes, hey, someone's died, maybe we should call the police, this could be a lot bigger. And then the doctor points out, like, what are you going to tell your bosses? How are you going to explain this? We have more important questions right now, like, what was that? Where is it going? Why is it here? All very important things. She likes questions, which is, like, very interesting. And, like, she's always asking questions out loud to herself, wondering, and, like, but still, Yaz is acting like a cop, getting the information from all the people, well, at least the people she doesn't know. And just, like, 13 always arguing with herself and being all like, yeah, I do that in the real world, ask my mother. And Grace is, like, wanting to go with the doctor to help her out, and I'm like, yes! Go, Grandma! Grandma Grace, do it! Become the companion we've always wanted. Give us an older a companion that isn't some weird love interest. No offense to River Song. I just thought it was funny to me in my brain nowadays. And like the one guy, he's like, I don't care. I want to go to work. That's all I want to do. Just go to work and do my Monday test. There are people out there who just go through crap and then all they just want to do is something else. Like their work. I went through it. Everyone goes through it. And I'm just like, I still, like, I want Grace, while watching this, I'm like, I want Grace to be part of it. Make it a family. They did families before the reboot. Do it again. Do it again. Get a whole family. Fun for the whole family. Doctors for all. And, like, I just wanted her to be a companion, to be with the group, you know? I mean, I was avoiding promotional material because I thought it could be semi-spoilery, and I'm like, I want to go in good. And like, and I looked at the picture and I'm like, fear the frozen mysterious poo, and when it and when they try to find it, it's completely gone, and you learn beforehand that someone took it away. I mean, there are idiots out there who are going to take random things in the forest to sell for some reason. There are idiots like that. But then, like, while they're trying to go find the mysterious frozen poo or mysterious Hershey kiss, I got out a lot of things in my notes. I've noticed that. Like, his grandmother giving away why the bike was up there and how frustrated it was, and he doesn't know how to ride a bike, and he has a special nerve disorder that screws up his coordination, and he's so mad that his grandma just outright blurted that out, and I'm like, yeah, I feel that. If you were on my Twitter, you would have heard me complaining about how my mom said massively out loud, I am allergic to oranges and orange blossoms. And I'm like, Mom, don't tell everyone. There could be assassins. What is my hair doing? I love it. And like, I related to him getting mad at his grandma. Well, not mad, just annoyed. And also, like I said, not shocked that it went missing, semi-shocked that a human stole it, but still, you remember how dumb people are. And like, the mechanic guy was all like, can't tell anyone, what are we going to tell them? Gives money to the guy to go to a pub and just go away. And you're thinking to the back of your mind, like, oh, I was at least, there's some weird connection with this guy. Is he an alien who was supposed to receive this pod? Is he just a weirdo? Is he a doctor conspirator? Ooh, spooky. But you later learn on, like, his sister went missing. He remembers everything that happened. He remembers that thing being most likely connected to it. And you learn that on later in the episode, and I'm kind of going ahead of myself. And then, like, when they're trying to figure out where everything could be, they're like, the team all is using their own form of how to gather information. Like, Yaz goes to the police force to try to get something, completely fails. Ryan says, I'm going to use social media, which is perfectly, honestly, very reasonable. If something screwy is going on, social media for all. Well, not for all, but you know what I mean. And when you see him scrolling on social media, but then you have Graham going, I'll ask some of my old coworkers, you know, bus drivers know a lot of stuff, always ask a bus driver about something. Like, it makes sense because, you know, they most likely have seen some crazy shit. And like, Grace goes, I'll talk to my nurse friends on WhatsApp. Great plug. Maybe it's not a plug, maybe it's just coinky dinky. But like, that also makes sense because nurses see some really weird shit. Have you ever been in a hospital late at night? Full moon question mark. There's some pretty weird shit that happens, especially in a, well, bigger town than mine. Although I could tell you the story about the. Yeah. And like, this makes sense. They're using what pools they have to try to figure out what's going on in the town. Which, I mean, not all cities are like hometowns where everyone knows your name, everyone's changed your diapers. That's a thing that happens in my hometown. Well, at least with one church. But like, you get it. You know this is going to, you're like in hopes that this is going to work. And then it's really cool. You're just like, yeah, the background NPCs know something. They always know something. And as I yell, worship the mighty blue Hershey kiss, it hatches. And then I'm thinking in the back of my brain, is it like a baby to the tentacle thing? And we're dealing with like a whole I want to find my child kind of situation, which is what I assumed. And then, you know, some weird misunderstanding. And then I thought the tentacles were taking DNA samples. You later find out, oh no, those are DNA bombs. which are apparently illegal in whatever the Universe Geneva Convention is. Or here, sorry, all civilized people, but Space Geneva Convention. Is there a Space Geneva Convention? Like, I remember the thing with the rhino aliens. Was that a Space Geneva Convention? I can't remember off the top of my brain now because I'm so floopy. And I love how, like, the doctor, when trying to explain at first what's going on, she's like, I need a reboot, I need a reformat, looks at the phone, goes to reformat it. I'm like, I understand the whole using computer terms, because, like, sometimes I'm like, I'm too tired, I need a reboot, or my personal favorite is, like, when I've been out too long, and I'm just like, I'm tired, put me back in my battery running low, put me in the charging dock, please. Okay, my bad. And then, like, when Ryan reacts to losing the phone, I'm sitting here going, oh, I hope you have it connected to a thing like, you know, Google on Android, so it kept all your contacts. That's a bad thing to lose. I've been in that boat many a times. And then, like, a creepy mechanic guy was like, well, not creepy, mechanic guy all sitting there watching this thing, waiting for it to hatch, and then it hatches. And then the creepy alien thing goes up to it, and, you know, the mechanic is all like, what have you done to my sister? And then we learn, oh, his sister. And then the guy was like, say that again. What did you do to my sister? And then weird, bright, flashy light. Definitely dead. And, like, you have the whole, them chasing it down, and then you're like, oh, man, we thought you were going to run into the tentacle guy. No, you run into big, tall, monster-looking freak, which I will admit I almost thought was one of the Martians, and then I'm like, wait, their uniforms are different. I had moments. I have them, and they're beautiful and majestic and sad. And then you have, like, when they find the body, they're all like, well, then there was, like, Ram, who's getting, like, weirded out, like, why are you running towards it? Why are you guys running towards it? And then he's like, I'll run towards it. And you find the body, and, like, the nurse is doing her job of trying to identify the wounds, and she can't, and then she's like, it looks like he got frozen, and then it was like, ooh, creepy, and then they took a tooth, and then you're like, what is this, the Predator? I mean, personally, I would not like to have my face frozen up, and then you die, and then have my tooth take. I'll take the whole Predator pulling my spine out because he deemed me a worthy opponent, which I am definitely not a worthy opponent, people. Unless you're talking AVP Predator, where they completely ignore the rule. Complex and context is very important. And, like, the doctor's all like, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I'm sorry you've seen this. I like how she's always apologizing. Like she cares about their mental well-being. Because you're like, Capaldi, we remember the scene with the note cards and he's trying to be all apologetic. I mean, there could have been some great massive things you could have done with Capaldi Doctor, but they were going through some weird stuff, and it was kind of sad. And I'm sad that Capaldi didn't get his full essence. I wanted him to swear in the TARDIS to censor it. I know it's not going to happen because this is technically a kid's show, but still, I wanted that. And the doctor also saying to Ryan, when Ryan admits that he touched the thing that kind of summoned the blue Hershey kiss, and she's like, I would have done the same. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we shouldn't get all mad at Ryan. I mean, like, we have human curiosity. It's a thing that happens. And when the doctor is trying to basically build a sonic screwdriver, and Yaz and Ryan look around, they find the whole thing about the mechanic's sister was killed by something very similar to this. They watch a video file that says, watch this in case I die. Yeah, he most likely was gonna die. Or, like, he assumed his death was upon him. Drama! And then the doctor, while trying to work on a sonic screwdriver, explaining in massive detail what it's like to transform and regenerate, and it's like so poetic and dramatic. And then then she goes, I'll be fine. Like, that's me trying to explain my anxiety or depression or any of my issues, and then I go, yeah, it's okay, I'll be good. You know, you're going through a horrible moment. This is fine. Flames, flames, flames. And watching the Doctor make a Sonic, it's so beautiful and handcrafted and handmade. And, like, you wonder to yourself, because, like, we've seen the Doctor get a new Sonic, and it came from the TARDIS. Like, did the Doctor ever create any of their other Sonic screwdrivers? Do other Time Lords make their own devices? It's like, it's a weird level of questioning that I go through and sometimes overthink too much, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. And, like, it's cute and jerry-rigged, this Sonic screwdriver. I put that down going, cute, adorable, want one. I say that about every Sonic screwdriver. Actually, I do have one. See? This is my Sonic. It's Ninth Doctor's. And it's not the size of the Sonic that matters. It's how you use it. Judge you. And you have... She calls it a Sonic... Love how she calls it a Sonic Swiss Army knife, because that's basically what it is. And it doesn't... And calls idiots, people who carry knives are idiots, and I'm like, oh, my stepdad and I have a knife collection. Well, he has a major knife collection. I just get his duplicates he accidentally gives. And, like, then she assumes that they're, like, separate creatures. Like, we're getting an AVP-like situation. Why am I comparing everything to Predator? I'm going to be doing that frequently, because I noticed all my notes, I'm comparing the alien to Predator. Because if you've watched it and know Predator, you see a lot of similarities in the Venn diagram, okay? But, like, and Graham is always asking questions like, what about her things? What about her things? And she's like, it's either annoyed or overwhelmed, because she's trying. She seriously is. And I hope she does well. And then there's the drunk guy confronting the alien, just throwing salad at him. It's funny to me because I know people who would do that while drunk or sober. And if they were killed by the alien, I may not cry for them. They were jerks. And then, like, rest in peace the drunk guy's food, because I'm like, no, it got stepped on. And when you see the team working together and to take down the tentacle creature, it's awesome. Like, yeah, teamwork. Let's all hang out on the TARDIS together and be the greatest of family. Space family. It didn't happen. It might not happen. You won't know. And, like, you learn how the tentacle creature is half biological, half mech, and you learn that, oh, it's actually used to gather information. And then, so we're not having an AVP moment. Darn. Well, and then, like, the alien comes and sees them with his gatherer information thingy, and goes, why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. And the Doctor goes, well, everyone needs a hobby. I'm like, well, yeah, and that's the Doctor's hobby. Job, but hobby, because the Doctor doesn't get paid in it, so it's technically a hobby. Trust me, I've had people explain I had to use that to explain what when I do my art career, is it a hobby or is it a job? I'm like, it's a job. And then she goes, why teeth? And I put down the comment jokingly, because they're the tooth fairy. Behold the tooth fairy. And then you see the alien without its mask on, and you see it wears the teeth. Ah! And so then again I joke, so you are the Predator taking trophy. Instead of being, spine taking ugly motherfuckers, you are a bunch of teeth stealing, blue skin, teeth wearing ugly motherfuckers, and just again. And I will admit I do not get the Tim Shaw reference. If someone could explain that, and please be gentle about the explanation. I don't get that. Is it a political thing in England and I don't know about it? And this is where someone's going to tell me they're most likely some worker in Doctor Who, right? I'm a derp. And then the alien is there to hunt a trophy. And then I'm like, again, Predator? I mean, I'm not going to say that they stole the Predator concept. I'm just saying there's a lot of similarities. There's a Venn diagram, people. I'm not calling anyone a thief or lazy. But again, very Predator-like. We have gone to Earth to go to hunt a Pacific person, a specific group in Predator's instance, to see if they are worthy for leadership. In their case, Predator, it's hunting. Maybe. Sport? I don't remember. And then the Doctor pointing out he's cheating. Bad rule breaker. And I forget, and like the Doctor again has another one of those little speeches, just like the I am the Doctor speech. We all know what it is if you're a Doctor Who fan. But you can't remember what her name is. And it's kind of funny, and it reminds me of like David Tennant having his I am the Doctor speech in the anniversary special. And he's saying it towards a bush, assuming it's some great fierce alien, when in reality it's a bunny. Soft little bunny. I like bunnies. And then and they go and they find out it's the guy who just wanted to go away and work, and you were like, oh crap, he's the one who's the target, and they're trying to find him, and they woo, thanks to people oversharing their internet, and and the Doctor's able to find them. And when you say that out loud or read it on paper, it's kind of creepy when you think about it. How well someone can find you if you overshare on the internet. Thankfully, I don't. Kinda. And when they're about to climb up the giant, when Yaz and Ryan are trying to climb up the giant crane thingy, Yaz is kind of worried about Ryan being like, can you handle this? And I'm like, she cares. And anytime when he messed up, she cared even more. And he's like, okay, I can do this. Let's do this. Get to the top. Oh crap, it's high. What the hell are we doing up here? And then the Doctor comes up with this seems half-minute, we're going to move the crane and make it so he can just walk across it. Simple plan, don't look down. Which they never say the phrase, don't look down, and then they look down. That never happens. It's kind of really cliche at the moment. What face am I making? And then Graham and Grace are just they're told to try to get everyone out. And how do they get them out? Wearing the official vest, holding clip barbs, going, everyone, there's an emergency, a power fluctuation in emergency, everyone get away, we're calling the right authorities. And they're just acting like they are the part. And it works, and it's proving if you pretend you're in the place, if you look the part and act the part, everyone will believe you, and it works. And it's just so funny to me because they're it's they could have done something crazy, pull a fire alarm or yell fire or something like that. But no, they just do something very simplistic and very not so obvious, but really obvious. You know what I mean? They basically go a straight line. I assume. That's the term. We're going to pretend it's the term. And and the crane guy is just saying his mantra that he was listening to earlier, he is important. He is valuable. You are wanted. Oh yeah, boy, you are so wanted. And in the process, and so when Yaz has to drive the thing, Yaz has no clue, and then Ryan, internet saves us again, to learn how to control a crane. And by the way, I did Google this to see if it was just some bullcrap. You can learn how to drive a crane via YouTube and the internet. Yay! And when Grace sees the weird tentacle thingy attacking the crane that Ryan is on, and she's all mad, I'm going I'm there. I'm saving them. And Graham pointing out it's not safe, yet Grace doesn't care, and she wants to go save her family and her team. And, like, I love Grace Sinclair, TARDIS. Do it. And she doesn't, she wants to save them. And it's just like, this is, that she has, like, the essence of companion, which sounds like a really weird deodorant or cologne. Someone figure out what it would smell like. And, like, when they try to connect it, but the crane doesn't make it all the way through, and the doctor earlier said, all you have to do is take a few steps, and then the crane and then it just doesn't work, like that. And she goes, when I said step, I meant jump. Which is so weird. It's cute. And, like, the crane guy goes, I really hate heights. This is my dad's company. I'm like, this is nepotism at its worst. Or finest. Which it shows the negativity of nepotism. I think it's nepotism. I mean, his dad owns the company, and he's working there, but he's not working on top. And, hold on. My mom interrupted, and I had to explain what I was doing. And she nods at the whole, nods when I go, a woman, and she's like, finally. Repeat. Second generation Doctor Who fan here. And, like, and the doctor is all, when Doctor does the epic leap to the other one to save Ryan, because Ryan jumped over and got caught midair by the not Predator. Which was kind of funny. Because we're like, he made it! And then the doctor is going to jump over to save him, and then she jumps, and then she barely grabs on, and she's like, my legs were a lot longer in my last body. Or, like, not as long as they used to be. Similar. And when she gets up, I'm like, points for your upper body strength, because I've never done a pull-up in my life. And, like, the bad guy's like, let me kill him, and I go, you kill him, I destroy this, and then he goes, I'll kill them, and it goes, if I go, this goes. So it's like, she will sacrifice herself. I mean, I'm not saying that doctors don't sacrifice themselves, but it's good. It's good to know she sacrifices. I mean, she's so far a wonderful pile of sunshine, and I love her. I want her to be my best friend. Take me to the TARDIS. And you find out that the alien, what they do with the little creature, the victims. I said creatures, you're human. Humans aren't creatures. Well, and goes on about, like, we put them in a stasis between life and death and keep them as trophies. And I'm like, yeah, you're definitely not the Predator, Derek. Because the Predator would kill you if you were deemed worthy and rip your spine out. And that is the trophy. You are not the Predator. And that's when I started calling him, not what I called him, Blue Not Predator McCheaty Ass Butt. I didn't write that on my hand. I'm just pretending I'm holding notes. And everyone, we will call him that from now on. I deem it. And Grace is going up. Graham's saying don't. And she's like, I'm going up there. Ryan is up there. I'm saving him. When I give the signal, do the thingy. And the doctor having her doctor moment, which was so wonderful. And great. And I should have paused the video while trying to look at my notes. I keep trying to click my other mouse. Anyway, but, like, before that, and all this hullabaloo, she never gets mad at Ryan. What I like is she never gets mad at people asking questions, or doesn't get mad at what Ryan did. And, like, I have nothing against Capaldi Doctor, but like I said, he was unapologetic, and I might have misread my notes, and I really need to refix my notes now. But I still love it, you know? And, like, then, you know, again, Grace having her moment of trying to save people, and then, like, the doctor has her doctor moment. The doctor moment. The best moment of any Doctor Who, where you judge upon doctors. No. And the doctor has her moment, and it's like a wonderful moment. Like, people change. Everyone is capable of change. And, like, yes, you can honor what you did in the past, or you don't, and you can just go forward and change on. And, like, shows like, yeah, you were a cringy teenager when you said some really cringy, really bad jokes on Twitter, but you have gone beyond and you've done more, and you shouldn't be held accountable for what you did in the past, or something of that essence. Might have been misreading. But still, it just, like, points out that growth and change, it's beautiful and important and great. And yes, this is different, but different's okay. I, again, might be misreading what was said. Phone, do not ping. But it's just, like, beautiful. And then she's like, I'm the doctor. And I'm like, yes. You are the doctor. You're ours. You're beautiful and you're wonderful. And I love you. Yes, one episode I fell in love. And then Grace. Grace. Is there a way I can explain Grace's moment? Hold on. Without getting too teary-eyed, because it was kind of emotional. Because Grace basically self-sacrifices to save everyone, and it's just like, it's sad. Because my grandmother, for those who don't know, recently had a stroke. She's now in a home, and just, it hit me. Like, it's been a while since I've actually gotten sad for a character on Doctor Who self-sacrificing. Minus the Doctor themselves. But that's because you've been with a Doctor for so long, and, you know, it's a thing. God, I go through an emotional crisis a lot. Phone! Shush! We're having a moment here. But, like, but you really get to kind of know her from the just one episode, and you feel really sad. Because, like, you see characters on Doctor Who you barely know, and they self-sacrifice themselves, and they're trying to pull the heartstrings, but did it, though? Because you barely knew them when they've been on for a few episodes, and then they die. That's sad. But this was, like, barely... She's been only in one episode, and I felt really sad. Though, mind you, this could also be dealing with my whole real-world thing and my grandmother, but I don't care. Because, like, I felt so many emotions from it. Emotions, I hate you! And, like, and in the video, we all assumed that Ryan was talking about the Doctor. Seems obvious, but no, he's talking about his grandma. That just feels really, really nice that he loves his grandma and cares about her, and, like, he keeps trying to ride the bike even though he's failing, but he's doing it for both her and him, and it was kind of sad. And then there's the funeral. Oh, I mean, the Doctor was there for the funeral, and I'm like, and she doesn't have her TARDIS, so you know that she was there for a while, and she cares, so it's like, she could have gone off traveling to find her TARDIS, but instead she stayed there to make sure everything was okay, and was like, yes! And I was just like, I want a friend like that. I really do. And there's a lot of emotions, and they were sad, but great, because it's like, how long has it been since we've cried over the death in the Doctor, and death in Doctor Who that wasn't the Doctor, and really felt something? Someone's gonna say River Song, because I just remembered that. But she never, the episode she technically dies in, we barely know her, and it just seems like a self-sacrifice. We learn more about her later on. I don't think that counts. And the Doctor is soon to go off, and then they said you should change your clothes, and then you see her going through what basically every female goes through when shopping, unless you're me, and you just go, okay, this is big, it's cheap, it fits, yay, I'm done. But, excuse me, but you know, it's nice, and then you see the actual outfit, again, no longer in promo, it's official. And it's like, yay, pants, yay, pockets, yay, boots. I'm not going to be all like, yay, finally something functional. I mean, but it's still nice. It's a nice outfit. I could go, yay, finally something functional, but, I mean, I loved Missy's outfit. You know, Missy's outfit. I thought it was beautiful, and it worked for her. This outfit works for this doctor. Every outfit works for the doctor in some form. Still questioning the multi-rainbow outfit that the 6th Doctor had to go through on the piece of celery on the 5th. But if it works for them, it works for them. It works. My knee bumped the laptop. And it's fun. It works for her. She wants it. It's her personality. This outfit is her personality. A little bit of rainbow, a little bit of niceness. It's nice. It's nice. And then you remember that she doesn't have her TARDIS, and you're like, where is it? What happened to it? Like, why wasn't it with her? And then and you learn that she's like a really good tinkerer and builder, but like, I think every doctor is, maybe. There's a question mark drawing right there. And like, she has the 3 of them help her work on it, and then we just assume she's going to be off to her adventures to find her TARDIS. And my brain was an idiot for not actually noticing that context clue of her holding the key. I just thought she just showed she owned the TARDIS. I never assumed it was going to be a finding the TARDIS. Find the TARDIS! And then she goes away. La poof. But she takes all the team with them. Okay, it's not la poof, it's la zap. But they go off, and, you know, all 3 of them are with them. Shocking. And then they're out in space. Which, for those who don't know, has no oxygen. So humans are... And also there's the whole pressure thing, but that's a totally different level of crazy. And so they're like, you're worried about them. I'm worried about them. I'm hoping the doctor's fine. I'm hoping the group is fine. I mean, they're gonna not be stuck in space for long because, come on, you saw the preview. But you still sit there and go, oh, I hope it's okay. And I'm happy. I like the show. It's like they're not trying to go too crazy and complex for the start of the episode. And I'm like, I'm really liking what's going on and what's going on here. So like, crack. I'm really looking forward to the episodes. And I'm just hoping they're good. And I just hope to God people aren't just going to be mega critical just because she's female like they've been doing already. I mean, I've watched this episode. I'm impressed with what they did. She's a good doctor. They know what they're doing. Don't complain just because she's female. It was already stated for a long time ago that the doctor could turn into whatever. Male, female, non-binary, tentacle monster, I don't care. Please don't be a tentacle monster. That is going to be the weirdest part of the fanfiction section. Fan art. But like, I have faith in this. I have faith in the writers, the people. I know Moffat's not on it, and I'm not gonna be... I don't have the personal grudge against Moffat and what he's done. He's an asshole of a person in real life, but, you know. And like, I have faith in this. I was mega worried about the female doctor. I'm still mega worried about the doctor, actually, because of the fans, and I'm worried that... I doubt it. The actress is going to get hurt, whose name I can't remember. Great job, brain! I highly doubt she's going to get hurt. I mean, she's going to get harassed. I mean, look what happened to the one actress from Star Wars, who was an Asian and a woman and got harassed and just decided to go offline, which is sad. I doubt the doctor's going to be like that, because I think, fingers crossed, that the fandom's a little less toxic. Not by much, but, I mean, I think it's going to be great. Hopefully. Knock wood. And I just hope everything's awesome. And I'm really looking forward to the next episode. And I'm so sorry for mathering on for 45 minutes. But, thanks for watching this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't know how many are going to watch this. I mean, it's a 40-minute video, and I'm talking, and you're going to see this ugly mug the whole time. I've never done a review before. Decker Shadow, guide me! Excuse me. But, thank you for watching. Also, Decker, if you're watching this video, how dare you poke me while I was on Twitter when I said no one messed with me for 2 hours while watching Doctor Who? Doubt Decker's watching this. But thank you for watching, and goodbye. Wrong mouse.